Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today we're gonna do a little Q&A. I've gotten a lot of comments on some of the videos of the process of doing controllers, shoes, what type of finish, what type of paint using. So in this video, I'm gonna address some of those comments for different items and stuff like that. So stay tuned if you're interested in customizing, bottles and airbrushing and hand painted stuff. Then stick around. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. But before we get into any of those questions and comments, I want to apologize for not uploading for a whole year. I actually ended up getting a job and was doing that full time, and had a hard time not only airbrushing later in the evening, and then let alone making videos off of those. We did some cool projects. I want to be showcasing some of those later on. I don't know if it's going to be in this video or another video, probably in a different video. But I'm going to show you guys what new things I did during the year. Also, if you want to get more of a up to date, I guess, you know, you want to see my stuff up to date, you can always go to my Instagram and check that out. It's designer Ernie on Instagram, and I post, as soon as I finish one of the projects, I'll go ahead and upload a little snippet of it, or the finished product and stuff like that. So still working together with the custom controllers as well, and we did a couple of controllers this year as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first product that I get a lot of comments on is the custom vinyl wrap license plate. There's a lot of people asking if it's legal, can I drive with this and stuff like that. I highly do not recommend you vinyl wrap your license plate that you're going to be using for driving. In the state of California, it is illegal to either paint them or modify them. So they're looking for your plate to be obviously visible and readable. Obviously, if it's old, you can get it pulled over for that as well. But if it's not reflective, they have, I guess, a hard time. The computer has a hard time reading the letters or whatnot. So that's why I don't recommend for you to vinyl wrap the license plate that you're going to be using to drive around. But of course, a lot of people either don't care, don't mind, and they just go ahead and do it anyways. I recommend wrapping the license plate for your show car if you're gonna have it on display, or a car show or a car meet. You kind of swap them out real quick and kind of show off your car, and then put the regular ones back on. I'm not liable for anybody getting pulled over or getting a ticket. Some have gotten fix-it tickets, and some have actually gotten a pretty hefty license plate, like fee or whatever. It's I've heard, not people that I know, but people around on the internet, stuff like that, claim that some people have paid over $1,000. So I highly don't recommend for you to do that to your stuff. But of course, everybody's gonna do whatever they're gonna do. So yeah, just keep them original, or if you like that style of that black and yellow, just go ahead and pay for that. If you're only doing this for display, you can obviously choose whatever color you want, so it'll kind of match your car. But yeah, so other than that, that's pretty much it. A lot of people are saying if it's permanent, the vinyl wrap, it's not permanent. You can obviously peel it off and stuff like that. And a lot of people also ask, how long does it last? So obviously the front plates, because if you are driving it like some people do, they obviously get a lot of rocks, and so that starts peeling away the vinyl. Another thing is, if the plate itself is too old, the vinyl, the little sticky on the other side, won't stick as well, and with time it'll start peeling off. Obviously, if you don't clean your plate good enough as well, the vinyl will just obviously start peeling off. It won't completely come off, but it'll start like, if it's too hot, it'll start like bubbling around the edges of the numbers and letters, and things like that. So I have a vehicle that I did a while ago, that still has those plates, and that they look pretty good. It's been several years now, so I know it definitely lasts probably guaranteed more than 5 years, for sure. As far as the color of it like fading away with the sun, I haven't seen it. The color on these vinyl car wraps are pretty good, so it'll last a while. So the next product is the custom controllers, and these are just questions, general questions that I get a lot. First off is, can I get this, or where can I buy it? I work with the custom controllers. You can contact them. The person to get in contact with there is Johnny, and he deals with all the custom controllers that I do. So me and him kind of work together. He'll come up with the concept, and then he'll give me the stuff. I'll go ahead and paint it for him. He'll assemble it. He'll add some cool buttons and features, stuff like that. So he's the main person to go to if you want to get a custom controller. Yeah, pretty much we can paint just about anything on those controllers, for the exception of like really fine details. It's very difficult to get this paint to thin enough to get real fine in there. And of course, the controllers themselves don't have that much working space, or like the canvas area to work with. So I would try to limit how much graphics you put on there. If you have a logo you're going to put on there or something like that, you will want to put it and make it as large as possible, even if it's kind of like spilling out from the controller, but you can still see the logo. I recommend like making it that big. Another question that I get for the controllers is, does it come off, right? The paint, like you're doing all this work and you don't want to have the paint come off and stuff like that. So the answer is no. These get sanded. They get sealed with Autoborn sealer is what I use. And then we go ahead and paint it. And we continue to use Autoborn sealer if we are masking a lot. So in between, we do paint, Autoborn sealer, mask it, paint it, Autoborn sealer, and we continue doing that. This kind of sandwiches the paint in that Autoborn sealer and really holds it down. This way you can continue adding layers and stencils and stuff like that. So that's why it'll stay there for a while. Once we're done, we let that sit for a day or two, and then we'll go ahead and clear it with Rust-Oleum. It's Toucher's paint, the 2X glossy finish and stuff like that. How many layers do I put of that? It's about 5 to maybe 8 layers, believe it or not. Every time we spray, we do it very lightly, let that sit. Mist it again. I kind of missed it for like maybe 3 times. Let that sit, and then go back and start doing heavy coats. It looks kind of good once you spray it, but with time, while it kind of, I guess, kind of like dries, it tends to thin out, right? Because you got all these like chemicals that are, leaving the paint while it's drying. So I gotta let that dry, and then I'll hit it again, and it looks good, and then it does the same thing. So I keep doing that until I get a nice clear surface, kind of thick. I also do that because sometimes we have, the paintbrush strokes are, not that straight, or you got stencils, and then so you got like different so then I continue clearing that, and then once I have a good thickness, I'll go ahead and sand it to get a real flat surface, and then I'll go ahead and clear it for one last time to get that even shininess. At that point too, if you choose to have like a matte finish, at that point you can go ahead and apply the matte finish on that final layer. So I don't recommend using the matte paint as a filler, because it tends to be a little softer, not that well. And of course, you don't want it to continue being frosted over and over again, where like you kind of start losing your color. So you just want to kind of use it at the end for that. So right now, I want to take the time to thank everybody that has left a comment. Every view that I get, every comment and share, it really helps the video get more traction, to help kind of show it to other people and stuff like that. So if you like what I'm doing, please don't forget to just leave a small comment, give it a thumbs up. If you can subscribe. I know it's kind of hard to organize your subscriptions in YouTube, and I wish YouTube had like a way to organize your different channels depending on the topic. That would be kind of easier to manage, and hopefully they do that down the road, because it's you want to get all this information from all these people, and it's kind of hard to organize it. But I want to thank everybody that has subscribed so far, and yeah, I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to do more videos for you guys. In regards to the custom canvases, the graffiti style canvases, many other people ask if I have other sizes besides the ones that I provide. I do. I can pretty much do any type of size that you wish, but obviously the bigger that we get, it's going to cost more in canvas size and cost, and the shipping for that canvas, especially depending on where you're at. I'm here in California, so if I ship to San Diego, which is like 2 hours from here, it's not going to be as costly as if I ship to Florida. Yeah, it could be done. Time frame for the majority of these items is about a week. The controllers as well, that might take a little bit longer because there's more things that are involved in that. I want to start getting into other things, just like custom helmets and things like that. I want to do a variety of different things on this channel, not just doing art, which is something I like doing. It's kind of like a passion of mine. It's kind of like the graphic design portion of it is kind of how I started, my career in as an artist. But painting itself is a different animal. Kind of gives you a different vibe. So it's different, and I definitely am continuing doing art here on this channel. I'm gonna start introducing other fun things like going out and stuff like that. I think that's also something different for people to watch. So let me know what you guys are more interested in watching in the comments below. Yeah, so let's continue on with this channel. So another thing I want to point out is that all the stuff that I do, for the majority of the stuff, unless I say so, the customer comes to me and tells me what they want to put on the item itself. So if it's a bad word, then I'll go ahead and do that. I try to do it as much as I apply my style to it, because that's what I do. I'm an artist. But it's not that I want to create something with a bad word per se. Or if I'm doing a jacket and they want like a full demon in the back, and you're not into demons, like that's not something I'm purposely trying to create to like showcase my art, but it's like that's what the customer wants, and I'm gonna try to do my best to, if it's a demon, I'm gonna create it like as crazy as possible, and add a lot of crazy color and a lot of like effects to make it look very like obscure, So and on the other hand, if you want something more angelic or whatever, like yeah, we'll use the colors to make that more angelic. So it's just keep in mind that most of this stuff is going out to other people, and it may mean something to them while you're looking at this and thinking it's something else. So just keep that in mind. I've had people telling me like, oh, you shouldn't put this on this because it's offensive. I'm like, I'm not wearing it. It's not mine. It's the other person. Maybe that other person has nothing to do with what you're thinking of, and that's their own life. Like they don't even know what's going on with you. So just keep that in mind. Like you may see things that are maybe offensive, but at the end of the day, it's just art. I'm just trying to provide kind of like the technique of applying the graphic onto the item. So yeah. Well, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. It's kind of like a Q&A video. If you have questions, just leave those in the comments below. If you are trying to get any of these products, or you want me to paint something for you, or you want to collab, just hit me up on Instagram, designer Ernie. Direct message me there, and we can kind of talk about your project. I do have a lot of people sending me different messages, just spam in general, and just other things. So just bear with me while I get through all those messages. If you don't hear back from me, just continue sending me a message. There's other you can leave me a comment, let me know where I can get a hold of you and stuff like that. So yeah, for now, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you got a little bit of information here on some of the Q&A. So that's going to be it for this video, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. So take it easy for now and have a good day. Peace.